Maggie May. 9:34 with Charlie Tuna. Here's a song by Neil Diamond and Barbra Streisand that was originally edited together by, I think, one of those little vendors who stands at the bottom of the freeway off-ramp selling flowers. Remember? TenQ. That's Neil Diamond and Barbra Streisand. I am basically, I guess, a lyric man. I love good words to a song, and anybody who writes good lyrics, like Neil Diamond, I really enjoy it. You don't bring me flowers. Although I'll probably still just get them for our anniversary and her birthday. It's 9:37. Isn't that the way things work? 9:37. Fair skies through tomorrow, slightly warmer days. High today should be 68, tomorrow up to 70. It's 56 at Civic Center. The beaches have 57. Who'd want to be out of the... Well, if you live there, I guess you have to be, but... Orange County, it's 54. Little haze, 53 right now in the valley. Coming up Sunday, a place to be is Robinson's in Beverly Hills. That's where the big disco skate is going to be going on. Robinson's Disco Skate, November 19th, Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. at the Garden Patio part of Robinson's Beverly Hills. I'll be there to MC it. It'll be starring Bobby Vinton's Rock and Rollers, Penny Marshall, Eric Estrada, Stockard Channing, Fabian, Eve Arden, and Gail Gordon, all from the CBS television special, premiering November 20th at 8 p.m. on Channel 2. The show was produced by Sid and Marty Croft. Come on out and see the championship skaters disco on wheels. They're wearing the... I can't even stand up on skates, and they're in a disco? They're wearing the latest disco skating fashions by Laguna Sportswear. There'll be a fashion show, prizes, and a skating tournament. So bring your skates and enter the Disco Skating Tournament. Gift certificates and gun runner skates by Mattel and Laguna Sportswear to be awarded to the best disco skaters in 2 categories, individual guy and gal and couple. Pick up your entry forms at Robinson's Beverly Hills today. The forms must be back in or returned to Robinson's Beverly Hills by noon, Saturday, November 18th. So we'll get our plans together. That's this Sunday, November 19th at 2 p.m., Robinson's Disco Skate in the Beverly Hills Garden Patio. Robinson Store. We'll see you over there. It's at the Dance, Dance, Dance. It's 9:39. Yowza, yowza, yowza. Chic on TenQ. TenQ. Chic, Dance, Dance, Dance. 9:42 with Charlie doing it. I feel in a mischievous mood today. I was just downstairs a second ago at the switchboard and said, any messages? And the switchboard girl, who can't hear what we're saying because she doesn't have a radio, said, no, probably another 5 minutes. Why doesn't everybody just call the switchboard right now and say, I'd like to leave a message for Charlie Tuna? And she'll probably start freaking out. And then at the last second, don't leave a message. Just say, oh, I'll call him at the request line. I have his number. All right? Do it now. What do you have? Exile. Kiss you all over. Frankly, I'd rather TenQ you all over. 9:46, Charlie Tuna. Dave Sebastian would like to double that as far as TenQing you all over. He'll be here at 10 to start it. Just 15 minutes from right now. Here's Smokey. Oh, yeah. TenQ. 9:48, Charlie Tuna with Dan Fogelberg and Tim Weisberg. And the power of gold. Better hit the power of the dollar. No, I guess I'd stick with the power of gold. It's money market. That's Fogelberg and Weisberg. Well, if the music business doesn't turn out, they can always become attorneys, huh? 9:52. Charlie Tuna, TenQ. Nice sunny day. It's supposed to be warming up a little today, too. Also, 68 for the high, 70 tomorrow. 56 downtown. Here's one of my favorite lady album covers. Carly Simon, You Belong to Me. Falls under the heading of Finders Keepers. TenQ. Carly Simon, You Belong to Me. Well, if you don't believe it, I'll have my mother sew a name tag on you. It's 9:55. Starburst from K-Tel, LP $6.99, tape or cassette $7.99. Check out this double album set. You'll agree, it's the hit collection of the season, the perfect gift for Christmas, and it's available at Thrifty. It's 9:56. That's going to have to can it. Dave, Charlie Tuna, thank you. That's it, Dave. Thank you very much for joining me. Dave, we'll be in. Won't you, Dave? Huh? Okay, Dave, we'll be in at, try and humor him. It's the full moon and the weather. We'll be in next to 10. I'll see you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Goodbye. And the Department of Energy have gotten together and decided that they're going to have the National Fuel Economy Challenge. It's the name for a series of 30, quote, races, which the two groups have been jointly sponsoring in major cities nationwide. The speed counts for nothing in these races, so the entrants must obey speed limits, follow a course through ordinary city streets and highways, and the only way to win is to finish the race using the least amount of gasoline possible. Just about any licensed driver with a late model standard car can join. You'd contact the Sports Car Club. The cars are judged in categories, their performance measured against EPA mileage ratings, trophies for the winners, and everyone who enters gets a personalized miles per gallon award, a plaque for the dashboard, and a free tank of gas at the end of the race. No extra points, however, for pushing your car over the finish line. 6:35, and at 6 a.m., a little over half an hour ago, Lakers Skytrain Air Passenger Service, Los Angeles to London, still had 340 seats available on today's flight. Imagine, 340 empty seats. Takeoff for London, only $220 one way on a daily direct flight. Don't stand by. Tickets go on sale at 4 a.m. at LA International Airport, the Ambassador Hotel, Disneyland Hotel, Van Nuys Flyaway Bus Terminal, AS-UCLA Travel Service, and Jet Exchange in Whittier. Your tickets assure you one of 345 seats available every day. For up to the hour seat availability on Skytrain Service, LA to London, call 213-646-9650.
Noodles is much more than a soup.
Market Basket holiday gift certificates will make your holiday shopping for friends and employees simple and easy. And what better or more thoughtful gift could you give than a turkey or ham or the entire holiday meal? The certificates are totally flexible and billed as redeemed with your fine credit. Call Jean Tate at Market Basket, the 213 area code 725-3400. She'll assist you in your selection and work out any special message you'd like to convey. Again, that's Market Basket at 213-725-3400. And ask Jean Tate about our quantity discounts. 6:36 on TenQ. TenQ, YMCA. That's the Village People. Charlie Tuna, 6:40 this morning. Again, it'll be mostly clear skies, but cool today. High is only around 58 degrees. It's 43 at Civic Center. Set to go with this date in history, but as usual, we have a few additions to make to that. First of all, hi, who's this?
This is Leah.
Hi, Leah, and you have a birthday today in your family?
Yeah, my little sister's birthday, Ann. Her birthday's today.
How old is Ann today?
Ann's 12 today.
Okay, almost a teenager.
Yeah.
All right, Leah, we'll add her name to our list.
Okay, thanks.
All right, bye. On this phone, hi, who's this?
Johnny.
Hi, Johnny, and who'd you want to add to the list?
Janice.
Who's Janice?
My girlfriend.
Okay, how old is Janice today?
14.
An older woman, huh?
Yep.
Okay, Johnny, we'll get her name on a list, too. 6:40, and it's time once again for This Date in History. Today is Tuesday, November 14th, the 318th day of 1978. In addition to those you just heard, those celebrating birthdays today include Freddie Garrity. Remember Freddie and the Dreamers? I'm telling you now. Johnny Desmond is 57 today. He had one hit, The Yellow Rose of Texas. Also born in the state, the inventor of the steamboat, Robert Fulton, in 1765. He eventually was the first guy to find himself up the creek with the paddle boat. And Britain's Prince Charles is 30 years old today. King Hussein of Jordan is 43. Mrs. Mamie Eisenhower is 82. And other names celebrating birthdays, Brian Keith, McLean Stevenson, and Tom Hatton, Popeye's friend, celebrates his birthday on this date. In 1832, the first horse-drawn streetcar made its appearance in New York City. That ironically was when the sidewalks of New York became increasingly popular. In 1918, Thomas Masaryk was elected first president of the Republic of Czechoslovakia, thus becoming the first personalized Czech. The government consisted of a series of checks and balances. In 1851, Herman Melville's novel Moby Dick was published. Moby Dick was the first great white hope, at least in the mind of Captain Ahab. And in 1940, German planes bombed Coventry in southern England. Isn't that where Lady Godiva rode nude? Funny I remember that, but not the bombing. And in 1972, for the first time in its 76-year history, the Dow Jones Industrials closed above 1,000. 6 years change a lot of things, don't they? That's the way it is. This date in history.
1 liter returnable from 7-Up, the new 7-Up Overquart.
6:43, and the Stones on TenQ. Beast of Burden. Rolling Stones, Charlie Tuna. 6:46, TenQ's you into the latest album by 10cc, Bloody Tourist. It's a feature LP, tonight at midnight. Listen for it on the Q. TenQ, Not in Love, 10cc, Charlie Tuna. It's coming up on 6:15. Boyd R. joins us, who last left me in the lurch, saying quietly as we started the Beast of Burden or whatever it was.
Nebraska's number 2.
Right.
Yeah, college football ratings are out again from the Associated Press coaches. I'll run them down for you real quick if you like. Penn State is now number 1.
By how much?
By 80, let's see, carry the 5.
Hey.
No, it's by 87 votes.
I got stuck helping my daughter with algebra last night, so I'm ready.
No, it's so close at the top. 1,296 for Penn State, 1,209 votes for Nebraska, and 1,203 votes for third-ranked Alabama.
Sure.
Then the only other teams totaling over 1,000 were 4th-ranked Oklahoma and 5th-ranked Southern Cal.
Should point out that yesterday the Orange Bowl publicity director said Nebraska will be the choice now from the Big 8 for the Orange Bowl, regardless of what happens.
Yeah,
so that's
Penn State is putting off a bowl bid, and then there's talk of a Notre Dame-Alabama game, and also talk of a Penn State-Alabama game, I guess.
I want Penn State in the Orange Bowl.
Well, anyway, the Rose Bowl decision comes up, of course, this Saturday, in a way. It depends, of course, on how all the records go, but Southern Cal faces UCLA anyway. anyway, not everybody talking. They're already talking. I'm talking. Even I am talking about it. UCLA, by the way, slipped with an 8-2 record down to 14th in this balloting with 414 votes.
Have we issued our own invitations to the Tidy Bowl representative yet today?
Oh, no. Well, that's a yacht race, isn't it?
Yes.
From the TenQ newsroom, a clearing with a chance of light showers still this morning and some fog. More fog tomorrow. It's going to be chilly. Oh, in the upper 50s today. Warmer tomorrow at 10Q.
6:56. Oh, you'll be happy to know, Boyd, my old friends over at Channel 9 are starting a disco break, a series of 1-minute disco dance lessons at 7:30 and 8 each night. And they promise that dancers who begin watching here at the start of the week will be able to disco on Saturday night.
Who's going to do it, Ann Kestner?
KTNQ, Los Angeles 10Q, 6:59. And this is Charlie Tuna on LA's only rock and roll radio station, 10Q. Jethro Tull from the forum to back here on the radio the next morning. Live it in the past. 10Q at 7:03. Charlie Tuna. Morning traffic, northbound Harbor Freeway between Vernon and Slauson off ramps. A 6-car pileup in the number 1 lane. Southbound Golden State Freeway near Maine downtown. There's a staller in the center divider. And on the eastbound San Bernardino Freeway, east of Rio Verde, there's this disabled milk truck that's hanging up the number 4 lane. Also, southbound Pasadena Freeway, number 2 lane, snagged north of the 4 level by a stalled car. And a motorcycle spin out at Vermont on the southbound Hollywood. That's the best thing he's done, in my own mind. My life. Billy Joel. Stay just the way you are, piano man. 7:06 with Charlie Tuna from 10Q. Partly cloudy today. There's a slight chance of light showers. I think we can almost strike that out of the forecast. It looks like it's just going to be clear and cold. Some patchy, dense fog. The high today only 58. Tomorrow near 65. The chance of rain decreases to 0 after the morning threat clears away. As far as temperatures go, Orange County, there's a little light fog there at 44. In the valley, it's mostly foggy around the Burbank area. 41 there. Drive carefully. Along the beach cities, it's crystal clear. That's the new country singer will be debuting a little later. It's 47, and the Civic Center this morning is 43. I have gotten a lot of calls today about Robinson's Disco Skate we started talking about yesterday. Robinson's Disco Skate is going to be held this coming Sunday, November 19th at 2 p.m. I'm going to be the MC down there. It's at Robinson's Beverly Hills Garden Patio, and it stars Bobby Vinton's Rock and Rollers, Penny Marshall, Eric Estrada. I wonder if he'll have his Chips outfit on. Stockard Channing, Fabian, Eve Arden, and Gail Gordon, all from the CBS television special, premieres November 20th at 8 p.m. on Channel 2. The show is produced by Sid and Marty Croft. Come see championship skaters disco on wheels. They're wearing the latest disco skating fashions by Laguna Sportswear. There'll be a fashion show along with it, prizes, a skating tournament. So bring your skates and enter the disco skating tournament. Gift certificates and Gunrunner skates by Mattel and Laguna Sportswear to be awarded to the best disco skaters in 2 categories, the individual guy and gal and couple. All you have to do is stop in today at Robinson's in Beverly Hills. You can pick up your entry forms there. Ask for them. Forms must be returned to Robinson's, Beverly Hills by noon, Saturday, November 18th. And I'll see you out there for the big Robinson's Disco Skate this coming Sunday, November 19th at 2 p.m.
Let's ease information. They make Presto Amino naturally.
Another payoff from the Freeman Cosmetic Corporation, naturally available at all Lucky stores. 7:09. Oh, we were talking earlier about this guy. Alice Cooper is going to be presented with an award of merit for the city of L.A. by Mayor Tom Bradley this morning. And then the Hollywood Rotary Club throws a birthday party for Hollywood, and Alice gets a certificate of appreciation for donating his all. You and me, Alice Cooper. 10Q. Alice Cooper. Get his O back from the Hollywood sign, and you and me. 7:14 with Charlie Tuna. Morning traffic, more problems. Westbound San Bernardino Freeway near Pacific Avenue, an accident reported there. Southbound Santa Ana Freeway at Piper, a multi-car collision. Southbound Hollywood Freeway near Alvarado, off to the side of fender bender. And that down motorcyclist at Vermont is okay, and he's over out of traffic right now. Again, it'll be mostly sunny and cold today. The high should only be 58 degrees. Our overnight low was 43 at Civic Center. It's warmed up a couple of degrees now. It's 45. Any potato chip freaks out there? I was reading a Business Week magazine last night about Pringles, the processed potato chip that stacks up identically in a tennis ball can. They're only selling about half as well as Procter & Gamble had hoped, but the competitors and a government official think they may know why. It said the consumer has been turned off by 2 things. One, Pringles don't taste like potato chips, and the product is uniform. Every chip is exactly the same. Rumor has it, to save money, only the bottom of the Pringles chip is blessed with some special chemical additives. news that has a potato chip taste to it. The top of the chip reveals the taste of modern food processing. Nothing. So is that true? Do you people like the old potato chips in the bag where they're all different and crinkly and all curled up rather than the uniform new chips? Maybe a new series development for the... No, I guess the Chips California Highway Patrol is the whole thing, isn't it?
Let me get straight to the point. Across from Sears and Zodi's in Pomona. Shop us first and save.
It's 7:16. I have a potato chip expert on the phone.
Yeah, that's right.
Who's this?
Johnny.
Hi, Johnny. How long have you been eating potato chips?
Since I was about 6.
Do you like Pringles or do you like the ones in the bag? They're all crinkly and rolled up.
Well, Pringles have an advantage to them because you can eat more at once because they're stacked nicely. You know,
You're right.
pop them in your mouth and just eat them.
They go better with the... Well, no, I guess beer and chips are not really the fad anymore.
No.
Well, let the chips fall where they may, huh? 7:17. Exile on TenQ. TenQ. Kiss you all over. Exile. 7:20. Charlie Tuna and Boyd R. joins us. Well, we have another baby watch that's going on today.
Oh, now that Valerie Hayden has arrived?
Yes. No, it's Natalie.
Natalie, I'm sorry, yeah.
Pat and Cindy Hayden.
Right.
Proud parents yesterday.
Actually, it was 12:30 a.m. yesterday. We could have known about it if we'd known who to ask, but who wants to wake up a guy who's just, been up all night with his wife having a baby?
A few of those watches myself.
Yeah.
The other one now is Gloria and Steve Yeager. Steve with the Dodgers.
Oh.
And Gloria's expecting any time, so... I still haven't figured out how they've done that with different seasons and all.
Are they going to sign these kids to contracts?
Probably, right out.
Yeah.
Tommy Lasorda will. He's got the new one.
Speaking of athletes, Dennis Rainier is in the news. Did you hear about Dennis?
What did Dennis do?
He was trying to qualify for the Boston Marathon, so he ran in the Grand Valley, Michigan Marathon. The marathon's 24 miles, roughly, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, around mile number 8, something happened to Dennis, and he ran the last 16 miles of that marathon with a .22 caliber bullet in his head.
Ooh.
The wound has been treated. They still don't know who shot him. They say that any guy who ran like that and finished just 9 minutes over 3 hours still deserves a special invitation, so he'll get into the Boston Marathon anyway. He said he regretted that such a silly thing had almost kept him out of it. And the guy doesn't know when he's licked. From the TenQ. Today, the fog will lift. We'll have mostly clear skies. Still a chance of showers listed in the forecast, but be that as it may, high today in the upper 50s. 10Q.
7:26. I have a story here about somebody actually turning down some federal government money, Boyd. $12,800.
My heart. Oh.
A little city in Idaho turned it down. They'd hoped to use it to renovate their fire station, but they decided to pass up the opportunity when they got a 400-page instruction booklet from the government on how to administer the grant and a note saying more instructions would follow.
My instructions. Mail that to me, please.
10Q. With this hour, you'll hear more of the best boogie in Southern California. 7:32 with Charlie Tuna. 10Q. Orleans. Dance with me. 7:35 Charlie Tuna. It's a clear, cold morning, and it's not going to get much better. Only a high of 58 today. It's 45 at Civic Center after an overnight low of 43. The White House staff is out today with some of the answers to the most frequently asked questions about Jimmy Carter. For instance, his hat size is 7, but he doesn't wear hats. His first car was a 1948 Studebaker. As a youth, the president did have a treehouse. He went on his first date with his future wife, Rosalind, during the summer of 1945. His favorite color is blue. His favorite spectator sport is stock car racing. His favorite poet is Dylan Thomas. His favorite books, Let Us Now Praise Famous Men. Also War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy. And the president's favorite biblical quotation is, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock." Amy, are you still in there? Your daddy needs to get going. 7:38. The latest album by 10cc, Bloody Tourist. It's the feature album, tonight at midnight on the Q. This is Pablo Cruz. 10Q, that's Pablo Cruz. What you gonna do? Don't want to live without it. 7:42 with Charlie Tuna, the morning wake-up story in a second. If you need assistance in locating a qualified child care center, contact the Child Care Referral Service for free referrals. Call 294-5231. 7:42, and time now for boys and girls of all ages to gather around the radios for the morning wake-up story. Once upon a time, a poker-loving spiritualist who needed another player for a Saturday night session summoned the ghost of a departed friend. The ghost was delighted to sit in on the game, and on the very first hand drew 5 beautiful hearts and bet all of his chips. Unfortunately, one of the flesh and blood players had a pat full house and raked in the pot. Just one more time when the spirit was willing, but the flesh was weak.
At 6:30. 3600. The Birth Control Institute. They care.
A hush of expectation grips the audience as we prepare now for the morning symphony featuring Kenny Loggins and Stevie Nicks. It's 7:44. Whenever I call your friend, you can count on TenQ. Whenever I call your friend. Kenny Loggins, friend Stevie Nicks at Charlie Tuna, 10Q, 748. Morning traffic, southbound Orange near Imperial. They have a slammer there. A northbound Golden State Freeway transition to the northbound Antelope Valley Freeway. Truck over the side. Paramedic and police action there. Drive carefully this morning. A little fog in the valley. 10Q. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. So much for trying to balance the checkbook. 750 with Charlie Tuna and Boyd R.
Good morning.
I see a Lion Country Safari has been sold.
Again? No, wait a minute.
I think it has again, isn't it?
Yeah, they've been trying to keep it going. It's a heck of an idea, but it's awfully expensive to run.
They have an investment group down in Newport Beach who purchased it for $4.3 million. Not a
Lock,
price.
stock, and lions.
Yes, that's right.
I was just talking with Linda Decker about a friend of mine who claimed that something actually happened, but they had no proof of it. And Linda says she'd heard about it, too. I had not heard until recently about the phenomenon, and perhaps listeners can either back this up with evidence or disprove it or explain it somehow, of spontaneous human combustion.
What?
There are people who catch fire.
How?
Just sitting there. Their body chemistry and body electricity are such that in rare instances, apparently, they simply burst into fire. Or they start smoldering. I don't know. But people have actually been found burned to death with no sign of fuel, and they burned to death from within, unless they were zapped by, aliens or something like that. But there is no explanation for it, because it's hard to pin down. But enough cases have been reported like it to start at least the rumor or the term of SHC, Spontaneous Human Combustion.
We may have the makings of a new TV series as we sit and talk, Boyd. You mentioned.
I can do this. And you're the lucky winner. Anybody got a match? This is Boyd R. Britton, and this rain and fog forecast probably invalid by later this morning. And then chilly with highs in the upper 50s at 10Q.
757. Spontaneous human combustion.
Oh, why not?
I just
Light my fire.
Right, the music director just came in and yanked that record out of here. Don't hold a magnifying glass near your friends when it's sunny. Whatever happened to James Brown and his famous flames? KTNQ, Los Angeles, 10Q. It's 8 o'clock, and this is Spontaneously Human Combustible Charlie Tuna on LA's only rock and roll radio station, 10Q. Spontaneous Human Combustion? Your fire takes on a whole new meaning, doesn't it? 10Q, all the Steely Dan fans, reeling in the years. It's 8:05 with Charlie Tuna. It's a sunny, crisp, clear, cold morning. It's almost like being back in the Midwest again. High today, and that's what we all moved out here to get away from. High today should be 58 degrees. Overnight low at Civic Center is 43. It has warmed up a little bit now to 46. Morning traffic update, northbound Hollywood Freeway. At the Ventura Freeway interchange earlier, fender benders. Some residual backup with the rubberneckers out there. At 8:05, a reminder about Robinson's Disco Skate. It's coming up this Sunday afternoon, November 19th at 2 p.m. I'll be out there to be the MC. It's at Robinson's Beverly Hills Garden Patio, and it stars Bobby Vinton's Rock and Rollers, Penny Marshall, Eric Estrada, Stocker Channing, Fabian will be there, Eve Arden, and Gail Gordon from the CBS television special. Premieres November 20th at 8 p.m. on Channel 2. The show is produced by Sid and Marty Croft. Come see the championship skaters disco on wheels. They're wearing the latest disco skating fashions by Laguna Sportswear. There'll be a fashion show going on, prizes, a skating tournament, everything jam-packed into a Sunday afternoon. weekend. So bring your skates, enter the Disco Skating Tournament. Gift certificates and gun runner skates by Mattel and Laguna Sportswear to be awarded to the best disco skaters in 2 categories. And don't forget those Channel 9 disco lessons. If you do them with skates on, you'll be ready for Saturday or Sunday. Individual guy and gal and couple. All you have to do is pick up your entry forms at Robinson's in Beverly Hills. The forms must be returned to Robinson's Beverly Hills by noon on Saturday, November 18th. We'll see you out there. Plan to make a Sunday afternoon of it. November 19th at 2 p.m. at Robinson's Disco Skate in Beverly Hills. 806. Neil Diamond and Barbra Streisand. Talk about a perfect match. This is Neil's song, You Don't Bring Me Flowers, on TenQ.
You don't bring
10Q. You don't bring me flowers. Charlie Tuna, I'm allergic. It's 8:10 today. Again, it's clear out. It's supposed to be 58-degree high. It warms up a little bit tomorrow. There was a threat of light rain earlier, but that seems to have diminished for the most part. By tomorrow, it'll be in the middle 60s, but there might even be a frost warning for tonight issued, so get your smudge pots out. 8:10 in the morning. If you're sitting there reading the morning newspaper, find now that Americans these days are reading newspapers less and are watching more TV news. At least a recent survey of 2,400 Americans is out with that conclusion. They say although television is gaining steadily on newspapers, newspapers are still the primary source of news for most people. They found 67 to 70% of those interviewed reported reading a newspaper the previous day, compared to about 51 to 53% who would watch TV. However, the study reveals the percentage of Americans relying on newspapers for their coverage of world events had dropped 11% since 1966, while the viewers of TV news have increased in number by 6% in the same period of time. Oh, I can believe that, although it is a little more difficult to take a TV set in the bathroom. 8:10. At 8 a.m., Lakers Skytrain Air Passenger Service, LA to London, still had 331 seats available on today's flight. Imagine 331 empty seats. Take off for London, only $220 one way on a daily direct flight. Don't stand by. Tickets go on sale at 4 a.m. at LA International Airport, the Ambassador Hotel, Disneyland Hotel, Van Nuys Flyaway Bus Terminal, ASUCLA Travel Service, and Jet Exchange in Whittier. Your tickets assure you one of 345 seats available every day. For up to the hour seat availability on Skytrain Service, LA to London, call 213-646-9650. If nothing else, it's worth hearing a sexy voice on the other end.
A warehouse. A warehouse. Selection headquarters everywhere.
Over 100 stores to serve you, including the brand new warehouse stores. Riverside at the Tyler Plaza and the La Habra Fashion Square, and in Torrance at the Del Amo Fashion Square. The warehouse. 8:13. I'd just like to dedicate this in memory of all those victims of spontaneous human combustion. Hot Child on TenQ.
Child in the city.
10Q, 8:16. Boy, we had a rash of accidents yesterday in the rain. Now driving on dry surfaces again. They're still having problems. Southbound Orange Freeway, north of Imperial, the number 1, 2, and 3 lanes tied up due to a multi-car accident. Northbound San Diego near 7th Street in Long Beach, another cruncher in the off-ramp. Westbound Ventura near Harvey Drive, a 3-car banger blocking 3 lanes there. And southbound Riverside at Santa Ana interchange, there's another accident reported. The Beach Boys. Beach Boys. Wish they would all be California girls. Of course, we had that many girls out here in this west part that we'd probably fall off for sure into the ocean, and that would be the end of everything. It's 8:19, 10Q, and
We'd probably all catch fire.
Boyd Arch.
That many people pressed close together,
Now,
all that heat.
I am not going to dismiss this because I have sat here now for, 25 minutes since we brought up the first initial topic of spontaneous human combustion. People catching on fire mysteriously, and not one call from a victim out there.
Not one call.
No.
Well, that's true. It may not be...
Well, think of the implications. You could be nailed for an arson rap. Not even for your own... You wouldn't be permitted in the forest during the fire season.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what it feels like when it's... I feel hot in here. People
Smell
catching
smoke.
fire. Yeah.
Feel like Daffy Duck. I smell roast duck.
I don't know. Here's one thing that's not killing Americans quite as often as before. Heart attacks, as a matter of fact. A medical researcher says that Americans have become less susceptible to them because of better nutrition and jogging. Despite the drawbacks of jogging, they say that we're becoming more conscious about maintaining better health longer. This is the ultimate prize, of course, of the affluent society. Our old habits of affluence, when we first, got out of the woods of the Depression, were to eat and drink like we had no tomorrow. And indeed, that was the result. Now, Dr. William Cannell of... the American Heart Association says that Europeans falling into patterns that had been typically American are more likely to be stricken with heart trouble. I don't know about the incidence of SCH in Europe, or SHC. Give to the National Spontaneous Human Combustion Research Foundation. Can you imagine that? I still can't. Anyway.
Culture Department outlet.
They're called
Uno momento.
Uno momento.
Firemouth. We have somebody on the telephone here named Adrian who has, I don't want to leave these people who maybe have to go to work by 8:30 dangling on this spontaneous human combustion topic.
Okay.
So, Adrian, what is your background on this?
Okay, well, I was in a UCLA English class back in, 1972.
Uh-huh.
And we were in one class, we were assigned to read a Charles Dickens novel called Bleak House. And one of the main characters was the first modern detective in literature, and he came upon a case of spontaneous human combustion. And the character that blew up. He was a heavy drinker. He was sitting by the fireplace, and in one scene, done in a rather comic effect type way, just blew up, and there was no trace of him to be found.
Be the alcohol in his breath, almost, right?
Well, I guess he was so saturated with alcohol that...
sort of self-immolation, almost.
Right, he just got a little bit too close to the fireplace, and he just blew up. And it prompted me to go to the research library and look it up, real-life cases. And it did occur in the United States around, I think there are around 8 known recorded cases. It isn't that prevalent, I think.
I hope not.
Marquis, let's have another hot buttered rum.
There have been cases recorded, I guess, as early as Charles Dickens' times, the early 19th century.
Oh, that's wild. All right, Adrian, well, thank you very much.
Okay.
That just proves my father was right all along when he said, when you go out into the world, son, don't get burned.
Yes. And the fire department says, caution, don't play with people. I don't know. Oh, dear. Okay, so much for spontaneous. That was the sports. The weather for L.A. You're not going to catch fire today, kids. I'll tell you that. Highs in the 50s, all right. Whatever else it does at TenQ.
826. How much I feel. Sniff for some smoke. The smoke detector goes off. Ambrosia. TenQ. No, TenQ. For this hour, you'll hear more of the best boogie in Southern California. 8:30. This is Charlie Tuna and Peter Frampton. Frampton comes alive. Baby, I love your way. It's 8:35. Charlie Tuna on TenQ. Morning traffic advisory. CHP reports semi-truck and trailer loaded with pies overturned on a ramp from Old Highway 99 northbound on Highway 14. Traffic's going to be tied up for a considerable length of time. There goes Soupy Sales' career over the ramp. Maybe I don't. TenQ. Our love. Don't throw it all away. Charlie Tuna, it's 8:39. The breakfast cereal coming up in just a second with Jimmy and Roslyn down on Pennsylvania Avenue again. So morning traffic, westbound San Bernardino Freeway at Central. There's a tire snagging the number 1 lane there. Westbound Artesia Freeway near the Avalon exit. Stalled vehicle, number 1 lane. On the eastbound Artesia between Paramount and Lakewood exits, a stalled semi is snagging traffic there. Remember that? Well, they didn't say I couldn't throw this away. Also, again, that advisory, CHP reports a semi-truck and trailer loaded with pies overturned on a ramp from Old Highway 99 northbound on Highway 14. The driver has been injured, and the CHP says traffic will be tied up for a considerable length of time in that area. The morning weather is going to be, looks like pretty clear for the rest of the day. Maybe some patchy, dense fog moving in again tonight and also tomorrow morning, and possible frost even. Fair and warmer tomorrow. High today should only top around 58. Tomorrow it gets into the mid-60s. The chance of rain is pretty well diminished now for today. The temperatures after an overnight low of 43, it's warmed up to 50 at Civic Center. Sunny at the beach cities, 49 there. At Orange County, they still have a little light fog out there that hasn't burned off yet. It's 48 in the valley. It's 46 and sunny. Oh, and just handed this notice a few minutes ago. Earth and Wind has called a press conference today to announce they're going to be working as a duet instead of a trio from now on, as a result of the possible dangers of the spontaneous human combustion that we talked about this morning. The morning breakfast cereal. Breakfast cereal. 8:42 on TenQ. Foreigners, Double Vision with Charlie Tuna, 10Q at 8:46, and James Taylor. How sweet, love by you. TenQ, how sweet it is. James Taylor coming up at 8:50 with Charlie Tuna, Boyd R. Just a second, Boyd.
No,
Okay.
I'm on the phone.
Oh, well, I was just on the phone to Fred Silverman over at NBC.
Oh, well, I was talking to Channel 11. They want me to do a spontaneous human combustion telethon. Anyway.
No, Fred just called up. They're going to be debuting. Talk about clones. They had the clone series coming up. Now they've got a new series. It's only going to last 13 weeks, though, with the exciting climax resulting in spontaneous human combustion. This is a star basketball center who ends tragically with the victim of spontaneous. They're calling it the Towering Inferno. So might be down the line for all.
It's the last episode of Lifeline. The man catches fire in emergency room. Oh, no. Names in the news time, and this has nothing to do with spontaneous human combustion, but then again, he helped invent one of the biggest combustions of all time, the giant of 20th century physics and perhaps of 20th century science, since not only was he a genius, but also an extraordinarily humane thinker. Albert Einstein will be honored with a monumental statue at the National Academy of Sciences in Washington. It'll be completed next year, which will be the centennial anniversary of Albert Einstein's birth.
If E equals MC squared, let's see, F would equal SHC. They all know.
And a published report says the FBI had the late Senator Paul Douglas of Illinois on their subversive lists because he used to be a member of the Socialist Party. He was included on a list of persons whose arrest might be necessary in the event of war. Senator Douglas? Anyway, and a Hollywood man that a judge said has spent his entire life hoodwinking others has been sentenced to 5 years in prison for selling phony college diplomas. And meanwhile, the White House has put out an Everything You Wanted to Know and insisted on asking about Jimmy Carter pamphlet. Such interesting facts.
I already told him.
Oh, his hat size is 7, but he doesn't wear hats?
Yes.
Oh, and all those other exciting things. Okay, his favorite color is blue, and he has never suffered spontaneous human combustion. From the TenQ, named after Timothy Leary. First seeded Chris Everett plays 8 seeded. The clouds have lifted. The rain chance seems to be more or less over. There'll be fog again tonight as it chills down to 30s in the suburbs. We'll have a high in the upper 50s today at TenQ.
8:56. I myself cannot accept the spontaneous human combustion theory until I hear about a Canadian white rat that has caught on fire. Be careful your career doesn't go up in smoke today, Boyd. The Rolling Stones, East of Britton. KTNQ, Los Angeles, TenQ. 8:59. This is Charlie Tuna on LA's only rock and roll radio station. TenQ. TenQ. Pellet Wheels. That's the name of Cher's new roller skating rink. They're going to take it one step further and go disco skating over at Robinson's this Sunday. I'm going to be an MC at that. I'll fill you in a little later on exactly what happens there. 9:03, sharing the night together. Top bunk or the lower one? TenQ, Dr. Hook, sharing the night together. 9:05 with Charlie Tuna. Uh-oh. Now the sad and tragic story of another victim of spontaneous human combustion. Get on it. TenQ. That's Elvis. A hunka, burning love. Is that you or the toast, honey? It's 9:08 here with Charlie Tuna. Local colleges are cooperating with participating new car dealerships in the State Employment Development Department in an apprenticeship program for training automobile mechanics. Contact the Wilshire EDD office at 667 South Burnside. Oh, no. Another innuendo. Burnside for information. It'll be partly cloudy today. I'm just thinking, for those of just joining us, the past hour's topic, as it may or may not have been in your mind, has been spontaneous human combustion, a phenomena that has manifested itself in maybe 7 or 8 cases Boyd R. and I have been discussing. We'll get to the bottom line here in just a second. It's supposed to be clearing and colder later on today. Patchy dense fog moves in again tonight, even some frost perhaps. High today 58, overnight lows in the low 40s, but into the 30s in the colder suburbs, and the high tomorrow warms up a little bit near 65. It's 53 at Civic Center after a chilly overnight low of 10 degrees less than that. It's 43. Now, spontaneous human combustion, nobody knows what causes it, and as far as we know, this phenomena has happened rarely, but there have been some instances, is the indication. I decided, well, I'll take one step further. For those who are a little concerned that it might happen to you, I called up my insurance agent here, Jay Capilla out in Woodland Hills, and Jay, are you there?
I'm here.
I just wondered, the State Farm, as far as you know, we've got the car and the house covered. Now, is there any possibility about covering people against fire, spontaneous human combustion. Is that in a rider clause in a policy anywhere?
I don't think so, no.
No.
I never heard of such a thing.
There's no possibility you could get coverage on spontaneous human combustion, as far as you know.
I don't know. That's a good question.
You can't, right? Offhand, you'd say you can't.
I don't think you can, no.
All right, that does it. I'm going to buy a beach house. Just be near a lot of water in case.
Double up on 7-Up. Double up with the 1-liter returnable from 7-Up. The new 7-Up Overquart.
9:10. Well, at least we know Billy Carter's probably safe from that ever happening. 9:11 at Foxy. Get off from TenQ. TenQ. It's 9:14 with Charlie Tuna, 520 WINS. My telephone, LA in the Valleys, Orange County, 977-1020. TenQ, 9:18 with Charlie Tuna. Well, if you detect a certain inner calm that is coming through with my voice right now, our program director, Mike McVay, just came in with a large fire extinguisher sitting right here next to me in the telephone. I feel much more at ease. Hold the line. TenQ, that's Toto. Hold the line. Former guest DJs here on the Q. It's 9:22 with Charlie Tuna. The 1970 National Billboard Competition deadline has been extended to December 31st. The amateur and professional artists, poets, and photographers are urged to apply. Call the Eyes and Ears Foundation at 462-6625 for more information. Again, it looks like it's clearing and colder. That's pretty much the weather in a couple of words today. Some patchy, dense fog again tonight and tomorrow morning. Fair and warmer tomorrow. High today, 58. Tomorrow, it should hit in the mid-60s. It's 54 at Civic Center after the overnight low of 43. It was chilly last night. Valley is up to 50 now, the half-century mark. In Orange County, 52. There was light fog that is pretty well burned off down there. They had some earlier fog, too, over in Burbank. And at the beach cities, it's 52 and sunny out there. I said we've been getting calls about this. Occasionally, people don't believe me, but here's just another example. What did you want to know now?
I wanted the address or where. There's a thing going on Sunday, isn't there?
Oh, the one I'm emceeing, Robinson's Disco Skate.
Yes.
Yes, it'll be at 2 p.m. Sunday at Robinson's Beverly Hills Garden Patio.
At Beverly Hills.
Garden Patio.
Okay.
Okay, you want to know who it stars?
Yes.
Bobby Vinton's Rock and Rollers. Penny Marshall, Eric Estrada, right? The chipper with the big smile. Stockard Channing, Fabian will be there. Eve Arden, Gail Gordon, all from the CBS television special. That premieres November 20th at 8 p.m. on Channel 2.
And do you know how long it'll last?
It'll be over about 4. Oh, by the way, the television show is produced by Sid and Marty Croft.
Yes, I know who he is.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll just finish the rest. Come see Championship Skaters Disco on Wheels. They're wearing the latest disco skating fashions by Laguna Sportswear. There'll be a fashion show, prizes, a skating tournament. So bring your skates, enter the disco skating tournament. Gift certificates and gun runner skates by Mattel and Laguna Sportswear to be awarded to the best disco skaters in 2 categories, individual guy, gal, and couple. All you have to do is stop in today, pick up your entry forms at Robinson's Beverly Hills. Forms must be returned to Robinson's Beverly Hills by noon, Saturday, November 18th. And I'll see you out there. It's coming Sunday afternoon, November 19th. It's first, probably, that this is going to be catching on, a Robinson's Disco Skate at Robinson's Beverly Hills. 924, right down the line, up your street and over to your alley. It's Jerry Rafferty on 10Q. 10Q, 927, the latest album by 10cc. No, that's not another radio station. 10cc with Bloody Tourist, the feature LP. Tonight at midnight, here on the Q. 10Q, where this hour, you'll hear more of the best boogie in Southern California. It's 9:30. It's Charlie Tuna with some stories. Stories. It's the name of the group. Brother Louie. Charlie Tuna. It's 9:34 from 10Q. I have a commercial coming up here that says, announcer sings, I don't sing. Is there a group of secretaries or somebody at the office, a group that would be listening? Give me a call. This will be your big break. 520 wins. 10Q. Gino Vanelli. I just want to stop. Not till the song is over. It's 9:37 with Charlie Tuna. Well, I am really disappointed in this audience. I mean, I just asked a favor for the first time this morning. If there was a group out there of maybe 3-4 people, secretaries in the office, I know there are a lot of them that have their radios secretly on, unbeknownst to the boss, to call me and do a little background music for a radio commercial I've got coming up here that I refuse to sing, but Well, see, I have to do the commercial, and at the same time, the singing's got to be going on. So 520-WINS. I mean, if we don't get a call, we're just going to stop the show right here, and maybe 22 minutes from now, Dave Sebastian will show up, and he'll start things again. But I'm just going to stop. I mean, we've worked together now for how many, 11 and some years here in this market of Los Angeles. We've always had a cooperative spirit among us up to now, but... Well, there go the phones. I'll have to check and see what we have coming in just a second. Partly cloudy is the weather outlook. Slight chance of light showers. I think you can pretty well strike that out. Clearing and colder tonight. Some patchy dense fog. Fair and warmer tomorrow. The high today 58. Tomorrow near 65. The temps around 54 at Civic Center after a chilly overnight low of 43. The valley is warmed up to 51. Orange County 52.